So mods are probably the best thing that can happen for PC gaming. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can literally change everything within a game. For example, you can make it so that every other ship that spawns in a game is exactly the one that you're looking for. And this is legit, like, no sarcasm. This is like, it's a little bit of cheating, to be honest, but well, at the very least, since a lot of people are doing it, might as well just show them how to do it properly. So today I have a couple of mods that are pretty legit, like they will make literally everything in the game to spawn as exactly as you want it. So for example, in my case, I got a couple of mods that do one thing and one thing only. Well, actually a couple of things. First one, which is called More Exotics, does exactly as what it sounds like. It basically makes it so that every little ship that spawns in the game is exotic. Not really like all of the ships, more like 90%, and it's pretty customizable in the fact that you can make it so that it spawns every ship as an exotic or only like certain percentages, so like half or like double compared to how it is in the normal gameplay. For example, as you can see here, I've put in the option that literally spawns only exotics for the most part, because there are still like a couple of non-exotics that still get to spawn, but for the most part it's just that. As you can see, this is just insane, all over the place, everything that I needed, including the ship that I was hunting for. I kinda bought it for like the purpose of this video, but I will not use it in my playthroughs because I still wanna keep it legit. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty insane over here. Everything is going wild, like all of these ships are exotic. And you might be wondering, why are they all 20+6, which is of course the maximum available stat. Well, here is where the second mod comes into place, and that is called Legit Max Ships, and it seems to be working very well together with this one because it makes it so that the ships now also spawn at maximum rank. And it doesn't stop at just ships, it actually does so for freighters, for multi-tools, for literally everything in the game right now, to the point it's absolutely absurd. So as you can see, everything is maximum rank. Well, this kinda flew away, but I'm gonna show you with this one with the foldable wings. I think this should be, you know, on point. Somebody left a message saying that they're rotting, and the fact of the matter is that in this system, this yellow ship in like 2 weeks of gameplay only spawned once for me. But if I install these two mods, well, it spawns like an insane number of times. So if I go here into like making an offer, just to show you the layout, for example, it's maximum everything. So these are the maximum stats available. It seems it's 50, 60% and 65%. Of course the layout may differ, but it will always be 20 slots plus 6, no matter how it is and no matter which one of them is disabled, it's always going to be the same. So you know what, I decided to even make this video simply because I see a lot of people, well, you know, cheating and destroying their save files. So if you want to do it, at least I want to show you how to do it properly, because that's what it is. And these are just the exotics, by the way. If you want to like get something else, for example, let's say you want a very cool looking fighter, then just use the mod Legit Max Ships and Multi-Tools, and that's what it's gonna do. It's basically make it so that only, well, maximum rank everything will spawn. I'm also going to go in space. Let's say we find a max rank multi-tool. I also want to show you exactly that. So I'm going to go to, let's say, the space station, because I know there is a guaranteed multi-tool over there. Now don't pay attention to all of the modifications that are going on the screen right now. As you can see, like there's a ton of stuff changed in my game. I'm going to make like a separate video on that, but I just wanted to like showcase what you can do with mods in No Man's Sky. There's like plenty of them that can do, you know, graphics, gameplay modifications, but also some that can do cheating. The reason I'm even showing you these is because, well, these particular mods are already like among the most downloaded on Nexus mods anyway, so this method will do you no harm. It's just like a couple of kilobytes of mods, and that is pretty much it. Of course, you're still going to need to do it on the space station, by the way, just saying. But as I was saying, we also want to check the multi-tool, and with this one, great, I'm stuck. But with this one, what I'm trying to say is that it will always be maximum rank within its specific category. So for example, this is a rifle and it has some pretty poor stats. It has the maximum stats available for this type of multi-tool, no matter how bad they may seem. So like for rifles, for example, it's at maximum 20% into damage and scanner. That is pretty much it. And no matter where you go, no matter what you find, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be max like rank and all of that. And a slight little correction, I think in the beginning of the game I said that it also affects freighters and frigates, and actually I was wrong with that, because it only affects multi-tools and ships. For freighters and frigates you will need something different. But look, there's another ship over here that I want to show you, a non-exotic one, and if I go into like an offer thingy, it will also be the maximum available rank, which is, well, you can see already on the screen. I don't really need to show you or tell you anything, but these are the available stats as well, also maximum, and it already gives you plenty of customization. So if you don't feel like you're cheating too much, but instead want to like just increase your chances, these mods will offer you the possibility to do that. They are pretty modular, so if for example you want to install, like let's say you want to make it so that your chances are doubled compared to the vanilla ones, let's say you want to have twice or even 4 times as many chances of fighting, let's say, an exotic ship. There is an option for that as well. With these mods you will be able to do that as well, so you don't have to put it like 99% of the time like I did. It was just for like showcase purposes, but you can definitely do that with the other 2 mods. There's even another mod called Legit Max Tech or something along those lines, and what it does is exactly as it sounds. It also makes tech to also be max rank. Of course, not sure what the probability of this is. I mean, I've seen it being the same type of spawn rate at the NPCs as well, but for the most part I think it just adds like the maximum available stats for this as well. So if I install, for example, let's say I want to install this shield, I'm going to install it here. Even though it's gonna break my stuff, it's going to show me the percentages. So like you can see here with this one, for example, with the Lawrence craft, the core health is increased by 33% and shield strength by 80. Pretty much makes it so that all of your, upgrade modules are maximum in stats. So like for example, the liquid gas recycle, I mean, it can fall anywhere between like, I'm not sure, 30 to 50% and like 50 to 100 in life support tanks or something along those lines. But now it pretty much made them so they are the maximum available. If I go into literally everything here, it will be as the maximum rank available. Of course, this is just like a save game that I don't really care about because I have a lot of backups and all of that. But you can even see that in, let's say, I think the binoculars is probably the best example. You can see here 10,000% fauna scanner. I think this is the best example out of them all, because like I was unlucky enough and mine were like 6, 7, 8,000, very rarely over 9,000, but as you can see these are 10,000, and scan radius is also like super increased. If I go into my damage potential, it's roughly 500 bigger compared to how it was, well, when I didn't have this mod, and all of this carries out when you like remove them. So if you have a save file, even if you uninstall them, that will still keep everything that you have achieved, because, well, it's just a bunch of modifications. It doesn't add anything on top of the already existing game files. All it does is just modify the percentages. It's just like a couple of kilobytes in mods. That's basically it. And there's also one for the frigates, because, well, a lot of people are hunting for those and are, not lucky enough to get maximum rank ones, though I would advise you against installing it, because the purpose of the fleet system is for you to actually upgrade these frigates, and it's pretty easy to do so. But if you still want to do it, there's also a mod for that, so I will post a link in the description box. And finally, there is a mod. I will just like go into a different system just to showcase you what I'm talking about. There's another mod that lets you increase the frequency of freighter battles. Like for example, you already know this, I've told you, in order to get like this type of freighter, you will need to do freighter battles, which only spawn like, I'm not really sure, it's pretty random. I thought it was 3 hours and it seems that Hello Games changed it, but for the most part you need to play for a little bit before they spawn. And what the following mod does is that it makes it so that those battles spawn like way more frequently. So to showcase you this, I've come back to my own freighter and I am going to take my explorer, which is legit, well, you know, as legit as it can get in this playthrough. I'm just gonna showcase some stuff, but if I go into my galactic view and if I pick any system, it will basically be a, well, freighter battle, and you'll be able to do this over and over again until you get it, you know, as a maximum rank. So you don't have to wait 3 hours or however long it is. You don't have to warp for like 3, 4, 5 times or however many times you need to do it. It will basically be there, but it's still going to be, you know, random. So you might not find like a super massive one like I have. For example, you can find a small one such as this, which, you know, it's still good, it's still better than the normal ones that exist within the game, but it's just a matter of preferences. If you want something different, then you can definitely do that as well. And yeah, these were today's crazy mods, I believe. These were the ones that alter significantly the way stuff spawns in No Man's Sky. So if like you found a very good ship that doesn't spawn as a maximum rank, or you simply got tired of constantly searching, reloading, and doing all of those tricks that I've shown you, then this is probably the best method for you, because it won't be such a headache. You can do it in like a couple of minutes. And yeah, this was a response after seeing somebody actually messing up their system because they had to download some kind of trainer that promised doing this. It seems that people are kind of desperate doing this for some reason, even though it's pretty simple in the vanilla game as it is, and many people like already got pretty lucky. But this is all the time that we have for today, guys. This was today's mod showcase. I will post all of the necessary links in the description box where you can go ahead and check all of them out. And yeah, play it as you will. Make backups of your save games just in case, you know, you never know. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.